Hello everyone, I am Dr. R. Shushmita, Assistant Professor from Civil Engineering Department. I am dealing with Transportation Engineering subject. The course code for this subject is CE211. These are the brief contents which we are going to discuss today. Introduction to Transportation Engineering, Importance of Transportation, Modes of Transportation, Highway Development in India, Road Classification and Road Patterns. So coming to introduction, transportation is the mean of conveyance or travel from one place to another place. So a good transportation system can improve social, economical and cultural development of the country. If we can provide a good transportation system, it must be safe, rapid, comfortable, convenient, economical and eco-friendly for both man and material. So coming to importance of transportation, transportation system will help us in carrying raw materials. Transportation system will help us to distribute the goods to the customers. It enhances the standard of living. It helps a lot during the emergency and natural disasters. It helps for the employment, that is, this transportation system will provide employment for various people such as drivers, conductors and for various people who involved in vehicle making. It helps in mobility of laborers and the transportation system helps in bringing nations together. So coming to different modes of transportation, we have three types of modes of transportation. The first one is land transportation, second one water transportation and third one is air transportation. Again in land transportation we have roadways and railways. So roadway is the most important mode of transportation which can be further divided into vehicular and non-vehicular transport. So vehicular transport includes cars, trucks, buses, lorries, auto rickshaws, bullock carts, tangas, hand carts, etc. Non-vehicular transport includes camels, animal-drawn vehicles like camel, dogs, elephant, horse, etc. So next we have in land transportation system, we have railway transportation system which accelerated both commercial and industrial development of the country. So in India, it is the principal means of transportation which carries 80% of the goods traffic and 70% of the passenger traffic. So next we have water transportation, which is the cheapest and oldest transportation system. So the cost of running is also less. It may be further classified into river transport and ocean transport. Next we have air transportation system, which is the latest means of transportation, which is very costly and fastest mode of the transportation. So next we see highway development in India. So there are some important events in highway development in India. So we discuss one by one. The first one is Jayakar Committee recommendation, which was formulated in 1927. So according to Jayakar Committee, the following are the recommendations given by Jayakar Committee. The first recommendation is according to this committee, the road development to be considered as a national interest. So this committee recommended an extra tax to be levied on the petrol from the road users to develop a road development fund which is called as Central Road Fund. So a semi-official technical body should be formed to pool the technical know-how and act as advisory body, which is IRC, Indian Road Congress. So next, a research organization should be instituted to carry out research and development works pertaining to roads. So these are the Jayakar Committee recommendations. So next event is Central Road Fund, CRF, which was formulated in 1929. So according to CRF, consumers were charged an extra levy on the petrol at a rate of 2.64 pice per litre in 1929. This levy is revised in 1998 and it was increased by rupees 1 on petrol and rupees 0.5 on diesel. So according to CRF, 20% 10% of the annual revenue is to be retained as central reserve towards administration, R&D on road and bridge projects of special importance. So next event was Indian Road Congress, which was formulated in 1934. IRC was one of the main recommendations by Jayakar committee. This IRC publishes various code books for standardizing the specifications. So next event was Motor Vehicle Act, which was formulated in 1939. It was introduced by Government of India to regulate the road traffic in the form of traffic laws, ordinances and regulations. So next event was Nagapur Road Conference, which was also called as first 20-year road development plan, which was formulated in 1943. So this first 20-year road development plan duration, scheduled duration was 1943 to 1963, but fortunately it was completed by 1961 only. So here, according to the first 20-year road development plan, the roadways were classified into national highways, state highways, major district roads, other district roads and village roads. So the aim of this Nagapur Road Conference was to construct 16 kilometers length of the road per every 100 square kilometer area of the country. So in this Nagapur Road Conference, star and grid road pattern was recommended. So next event was Central Road Research Institute, CRRI, which was formulated in 1950. It was started at New Delhi to carry out research regarding road technology. So it was one of the main recommendations of the Jayakar committee. So next event was National Highway Act, that is in 1956. So the aim of this National Highway Act was to declare certain selected highways as national highways and to enter into any land for carrying out surveys, to acquire land and take possession for the development of national highways. So the second road development plan, which is also called as Bombay Road Plan, and the scheduled period for this Bombay Road Plan was 1961 to 81. The aim of this second road development plan was to construct 32 kilometers length of the road per every 100 square kilometer area, and the construction of expressways started in Bombay Road Plan only. So the aim of this Bombay Road Plan was to construct 1600 kilometers of expressways. So next event was Highway Research Board, that is IRC 1973, which gives proper guidance to road research activities in India. Next, the last event was the third 20-year road development plan, which was also called as Lucknow Plan, which was scheduled for a period of 1981 to 2001. The aim of the third 20-year road development plan was to construct 82 kilometers length of the road per every 100 square kilometer area, and the third 20-year road development plan was aimed at construction of 2000 kilometers length of expressways. So here this third 20-year road development plan given us formulas for calculating length of national highway, state highway and major district road. So if you want to calculate the length of national highway, which can be calculated as area in kilometer square divided by 50. If the length of the national highway we need to calculate, which can be calculated as area in kilometer square by 25 or 62.5 into number of towns. The length of major district road can be calculated as area in kilometer square by 12.5 or 90 into number of towns. So this is about highway development in India. So next we see briefly classification of roads. So mainly we classify roads based on three criteria, that is based on season during which the roads are used. Next criteria is based on carriageway provided. Next criteria is based on the surface finish provided for the pavement or not. So we see three criteria here. The first criteria is based on season during which the roads are used, that is based on usage. So here the roads are classified as all weather roads and fair weather roads. So all weather roads are the roads which can be used during all weathers in the year. So metal roads which are made up of cement, concrete or bitumen of coal, so which can be used during rainy season also. So fair weather roads are the roads which are negotiable only during fair weather. So there will be interruption to traffic throughout rainy season at major rivers and streams. So where the flow crosses the river. So next criteria is based on carriageway. So based on carriageway, the roads are classified into paved roads and unpaved roads. So paved roads are nothing but the roads which are provided with hard pavement course. The examples are stones, waterbound macadam roads, BM roads, bituminous macadam roads, concrete roads. So unpaved roads are the roads which are not provided with a hard pavement course of at least 1 WBM layer. Example are earthen roads and gravel roads. So next, third criteria is based on surface finish provided for the pavement or not. So they are classified into surface roads and unsurfaced roads. Surface roads are the roads where the surface is finished with cement concrete or bituminous concrete finish. Unsurfaced roads are the roads where the surface is not provided with cement or bituminous concrete finish. So next topic is we briefly discuss about road patterns. So whenever a road is constructed, we construct the entire network into some pattern like rectangle, radial, hexagonal, etc. So which is called as a road pattern. So what is this road pattern will help us to properly manage the traffic and interconnect the branch road with the main road. So the main aim of road pattern is to reduce the time and distance the vehicle takes to reach the destination. So it also focuses on interconnection of branch roads. So we see different types of road patterns here. The first one is rectangular or block pattern. So in this type of the pattern, the entire area of the city is divided into rectangles or blocks like this. So here divided into rectangles where the branch roads or the street roads will intersect each other at right angles. The main road will be given will be wider when compared to the branch road or street road, and there will be main access to the central business area from outside the city in this rectangular or block pattern. So the advantage with this pattern is the construction and maintenance of roads of this pattern are very easy. The limitation is this pattern is not very much convenient from traffic point of view because at intersection point the vehicles face each other. So example, city roads of Chandigarh has rectangular pattern. Next we have radial or star and block pattern. So here we can see the roads are radiating outwards from the central business area. The area between these radial roads is again divided into rectangular blocks. So the advantage with this radial or star and block pattern is it reduces level of congestion at primary bottleneck locations, less risky as compared to rectangular pattern. If one radial road is blocked, we can use another road as an alternative. So the disadvantage is that it is only effective when two-lane ramp traffic does not have to merge at the downstream end of the ramp. So third one, radial or star and circular pattern. So it is the pattern in which the main roads will radiate from the central point and are again connected with concentric roads or ring roads. So the advantage with this type of road pattern is that it is safe as compared to the above patterns because vehicles travel in the same direction in this pattern. So using a circular pattern in place of traffic signals, it reduces the possibility of rear end collisions. So the disadvantages are more area is required for this pattern. Noise, air pollution and congestion in main business area may occur. So the fourth category of the road pattern is radial or star and grid pattern. So this pattern is formed by combining star and grid pattern. As in others, a radial road network radiates outwardly from the center, then the main radial streets are again interconnected by providing a grid pattern. So the advantage with this pattern is it reduces the through traffic. The disadvantage is that high construction cost because of installation of traffic signals, road markings and street lights. So next we have hexagonal pattern. In this pattern, the entire area of the city is divided into hexagonal patterns. Three roads meet the built-up area boundary by the sides of the hexagons at every corner of the hexagon, which can be further divided into suitable sizes. So the advantage with this type of the road pattern is accessibility to any road is possible. The disadvantages are this type of road pattern is not suitable for cities as this pattern requires huge land. In this pattern, it is difficult to construct intersections. So next we have minimum travel pattern. So here the city center is connected with suburban and neighboring centers with the shortest roads. So this pattern will give us minimum travel time to reach from origin to destination. Thank you.